Alright lads, so the second part of the anniversary is going to be dropping in less than 48 hours time, and that is obviously featuring Spirits Are Forever With You Untold Stories #1, which does have Genryusai, Shin Suit, and Juicero all in their new, aka Phantom, by the way, Beyond Bankai forms. And it's really cool. It's a really cool character design. We reacted to the gameplay yesterday. I am fairly impressed with all three characters, and I definitely want to get my hands on all three characters, especially this lad right here, the Juicero. So what we're going to be talking about today is just talking about the characters once more, talking about the fillers, and then comparing it to round 1 of the anniversary, because that's the big thing right now for a lot of free-to-play players out there, is what part should I summon on? Part 1 or part 2? You know, if you haven't already pulled Aizen, you're probably still pulling on this banner, and now you're conflicted on what part you should be pulling on. And unfortunately, the answer isn't so clear, right? Because it really depends on what you see in the both banners and what you think is the better, what has more value to you personally. Now, to me, I say round 1 has more value just because of the characters, right? You have the best character in the game with the 6th anniversary Aizen, you have the other 2 best characters in the game with the 5th anniversary Ichigo and Byakuya, you have a Link's character here, you have actually 2 Link's characters here, and one of the better ones in the game, at least, you know, with the Kisuke. Then you also have some good GQ support. White Ichigo is definitely one of the better dad characters in the game, who, fun enough, has now been outclassed with the new Juicero, but I just think the value in having the 3 best characters in one banner is just absolutely insane. Obviously, most of these characters here are premiums, right, and they're seasonals, they're more common, and if you think that isn't worth spending orbs on because you can get them at a later date, then by all means skip this, or you maybe already skipped the banner, and save yours for part 2. Because the good thing about part 2 is that all the characters in this are novel exclusive, they are more rare compared to the, you know, other characters, right? The premium characters, as good as those 6th anniversary and 5th anniversary characters are, you're more likely to pull dupes of them compared to these characters right here. But I will say, personally, to me, the only characters that I actually use if I pull dupes of would be Grimmjow and also this Shinji. I have this Shin Suit, I have this Inosuke, never use them. I would technically use Kenpachi, but I'd rather just carry with Artwork Ichigo. Don't have Loopy, never really going to use him, and I don't have anyone from round 5 of Can't World, and I don't think I'll ever use them, and maybe only in Senkamon. So that's the reason why I'm saying round 1, to me personally, just has better characters. Even if they are premium or seasonal, I see myself using a lot of these characters more often, right? I use 5th anniversary Byakuya and Ichigo, I use 6th anniversary Aizen, I use this Kisuke, I use this Orihime and GQ, same goes for the White Ichigo, so I see myself like using most of these characters here, but I can understand the value in part 2 as well, because it's all limited characters, they're more rare, and you're maybe better off just spending your orbs here. Needless to say though, this is a very good banner regardless. Like, the only bad thing about this banner, like part 1, is the step up formula. It's 6 steps, right? You get 1 guaranteed 5-star on step 6, and then you repeat step 7, and you just gotta hope you get lucky. Now on the bright side though, this banner does come with 3 new 5-star characters, being the Juicero, Shin Suit, and Yamamoto, meaning that if you're just trying to go for something new, your chance of getting a new character is tripled compared to the Aizen banner. You know, the Aizen banner, you have a 0.5% chance to get Aizen. On this, you have a 1.5% chance to get something new. And this banner also comes with individual banners. So if you don't want to pull on this banner because you don't like the step-up summons, or at least go to step 6, that's what I recommend everyone to do. Get to step 6, and then it comes down to you if you want to continue past that. If not, just say for the individual characters where you have a 1% chance to get Juicero, or a 1% chance to get Shin Suit, or a 1% chance to get Genryusai. But I will say, personally, I'm a big fan of the filler pool. I'm actually a very big fan of it. I wouldn't mind getting dupes of Shin Suit. I would love to use him in GQ. Sanosuke, even if I'm 5-5, I'm going to be honest, I'm never going to use him. Don't have Kenpachi. Would love to finally get him, especially because he is a rarer Link's character, him being limited. It's just nice to have him. It means you can join a lobby and just get carried, which is always nice. He's also pretty good for GQ as well. Loopy, just a bit I don't think anyone's really going to be using Loopy. He's not bad, though. He can create content. These 2 are definitely the highlight fillers. The Shinji, one of the best power characters in the game, and then also this Grimmjow, pretty much the best Nad to Heart character that's melee based, right? So he's definitely one of the better Nad characters in the game too. So I've actually been using Grimmjow to auto farm the point event right now, so he's definitely a good character. These 2 are definitely the ones you want to go for. So besides the main 3, you probably want to get those 2 fillers. And then round 5 too, I'm missing all 3 of them. So I'm actually missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters, lads. I'm missing 8 characters on the anniversary banner. That is absolutely insane. So I'm definitely going to be going down to 0 just to try and get my hands on all the characters, because I like to collect stuff, and also just get dupes in the main 3. So filler pool wise, it definitely could have been better. It could have been, you know, more of the newer rounds, but I can't complain about this whatsoever. It's a good selection of fillers, no complaints there. Now, we talked about the characters yesterday, but I want to quickly break them down just to give you a quick insight on what they actually are going to be doing. This Juicero is pretty much the best Nad character in the game, better than Tokinada, better than Masaki. He is an absolute powerhouse. With Drain, he's going to be pretty much autoing most content in the game very easily, especially IT and IZ, because he's going to be constantly healing from his Nad String. His SA2 is a boost and a shield, therefore giving him extra survivability, extra damage. The shield also does go to +2, so he gets 5 shields, and then if you're playing in co-op, your teammates are also getting those additional 2 shields, so they're getting 3, which is absolutely insane. Just that extra bit of survivability is very, very nice. He's also buffing Nad characters' attack, strong attack damage. He's also buffing speed attribute captains and no attack damage plus 20%, and he has flurry guard break. Like, he's just perfect. He's a very, very good Nad character. Also looks very, very cool for a Juicero. If you're a Juicero fan out there, you've been sufficiently pleased with this character right here. He's an absolute powerhouse. After that, we have the Shin Suit, a pretty good SP character, having the best SA1 in the game, one of the best SA3s in the game, being a charged 2000 AoE in front of him. Weakening and also instant kill on assault bomb is actually very nice, and its SA2 is the homing vortex without the 960 first part, so it's not as good as Byakuya and Aizen's SA2, but it's still a I don't know what to call it. I'm not sure it's a good SA2. We have to test it out because it's, you know, missing the most important part about that SA2, the first initial hit, but it's still interesting. It's a different kind of playstyle. He's not a bad character regardless, and at the end of the day, he is a Linkso character, so if you are missing Kisuke, this character is someone that you might want to get. His special is top tier. The animations are quite fun. It's just him playing child's games. That's like his whole gimmick, so I like it. He's not a bad character. He's actually top tier in my opinion. Definitely top, potentially... Mind is definitely stacked. He's definitely top 10 Mind. I'm not sure he's top 5 though. We'll have to wait and see when I do a tier list in probably a week's time. But he's definitely a good character, someone that you might want to go for, especially if you are a Shin Suit fan. And then after that, we have Yamamoto. Depending on who you are, this might be the most hyped character or the least hyped character. Quite frankly, he's just a brave battle character. That's what he is, right? And he's a broken one at that. He comes with the Stamina to Killer, damage taken minus 16%, brave battle invincibility for 10 seconds. He ignores brave battle invincibility. He has poise, flurry, last ditch 100%, and also prevents healing. And he also has the Stamina to Killer. So he's literally countering both Drugrim and Tsukishima at the exact same time. He weakens and burns on everything. His animations are pretty cool for a Nad character. His artwork is actually very clean too, so I want him. He also got some special treat when it comes to Arena 2. Don't slash him off in Arena. Like, this character's actually going to be very good in Arena. Same goes for Juicero. These characters stacking with full DR are going to be quite nasty, in my opinion. So they're kind of insane. So yeah, he's probably the least hype. Again, it depends on where you are in the game if you even want brave battle characters, but at the very least, if you do pull him, you're guaranteed someone that you're going to use. Even if you hate brave battles, when you do decide to play it, you have the most broken character in the game that's going to pretty much solo both Tsukishima and Drugrim, which is just scary to think about, and it's very stupid that he even has the brave battle invincibility. He really shouldn't have it. So that's quickly the breakdown of the 3 characters. Again, I recommend, I want to say pull on part 1 just for the 3 characters. If you're missing Anniversary, Aizen, Ichigo, and Byakuya, I would still say summon on part 1. They're just the 3 best characters in the game. You can't miss out your opportunity to get all 3 of them in one banner. But if you have them, then you can probably just start saving for part 2, which again is coming out in less than 40 hours time. All limited characters, you can't go wrong here. The only time you're not going to get a limited character is if you pull the 2% unfeatured rate, which again, if you do pull that 2% unfeatured pull rate, that essentially, it would have been a golden multi, right? So don't hate the unfeatured pull rate. It sucks when you get it, but if that wasn't there, it just would have been a 4-star multi. That being said, let's do some steps, right? Let's see what we can expect with spending, let's say, 5k orbs. So this was our first 7 steps. Actually, not the best, honestly. We got 2 featured and 2 unfeatured. One of them was actually an anniversary card, which is kind of funny. Let's just keep going. So unfortunately, it does reset back to step 0, which obviously isn't the case. You have to keep doing step 7. Let's just go back to it. Does it continue from left here? Let's see. Step 7. Okay, now we continue from step 7. So let me actually quickly refresh that. Alright, so I redid the 10k orbs, and yeah, we got way too lucky. That is not happening. That is not happening to anyone. There ain't no way. So in 10,000 orbs, we ended up pulling a 6 out of 5 Juicero, a 5 out of 5 Shin Suit, and a 4 out of 5 Yamamoto. That would be absolutely insane. In addition to that, we barely got any of the fillers, to be honest. We actually got more, like, unfeatured. Not really, but, like, yeah, so 2 Shin Suits there, that's okay. 5 Sanosuke's, I do not want to see that. 8 Kennys? Yikes. 4 Loopies there, 3 Grimjars would actually be pretty nice. I would love to get more dupes of this guy right here, Shinji. And then 8 Halibos, 4 Neriels, and 3 Kisuke's. So essentially in like 10 games you can pull the whole banner. Plus some potential good dupes maybe none of them here are good. Maybe Kugo's probably the best one here in terms of the fillers. But yeah, that's what potentially 10k orbs would get you, lads. Again, I don't think that would be the case. I doubt anyone's gonna... I'm gonna get that. I mean, I got kind of lucky with my eyes and summons, but if I walked away with that, that would be insane. Who knows, though? You know, now there's more banner characters to go after. Maybe you will walk away with that if you did drop 10k orbs. But I believe I actually ended up pulling most of them by, like, 3,000 orbs. So, again, it really depends on what you want to summon for. I prefer part 1 compared to part 2 in terms of the filler pool, because I definitely see myself using most of these characters compared to the limited ones. But I'll be lying if I said this filler pool isn't good. And even if they are limited and less useful, they're still good to have. They're still good collecting items. And these 3 brand new characters are absolutely broken in their own right. We have the best Nad character in the game with the Juicero, the best Brave Battle character in the game with the Yamamoto, and then we have a Linksaw character and a very, very solid mine character in the form of this Shin Suit. So, that being said, that was the video for today. Let me know, lads, what you're summoning on this banner. Are you summoning on part 1? Are you still going on part 1? Or are you summoning part 2? Now, keep in mind, when this banner does drop, part 1 is gone. But I'm curious to know, which one are you more excited for? You're going to be going deep on this banner? Are you only doing 6 steps and then same for the individual? If you are low on orbs, I recommend maybe going to step 6, or if you're trying to go ham for all 3 of them, you don't care about deeps, you're just trying to get all 3 of them, I would recommend summoning until you get 2 of them, and then save for the last one's individual. That's the best way you can get all 3 characters with a very little amount of orb spent, if you get somewhat lucky. That being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.